My mom had to
Mm-hmm.
pretty much break down my door to get me up in the morning.
Dang.
So
Usually leave on time. That
I also have a leave alarm that I snooze 3 times. At the third snooze, I got to be out the door.
I don't have no leave alarms because I'm very good at leaving at a
He
time I leave.
does. The alarm rings literally, and he's up, and I'm like,
All right, today we're talking about the morning routines and who has the best routine. And to me, I think I have the best routine because it only takes me one alarm to get up.
Bragger.
And I'm not sure how you
I
guys
know,
do.
damn.
But we're going to go ahead and start from left to right. So we're going to start with Darwin. So Darwin,
Why are you looking at me?
what? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cross-sighted. I'm sorry if I'm cross-sighted. It just naturally heads that way.
Throw both eyes that way.
All right, Darwin. So when you get up in the morning, how many alarms do you have?
I am a 2 alarm person.
Oh, nice. That's good.
I've toned it down from the original 6 I used to use.
Whoa, 6?
I know, 6. I have a get up, this is a regular routine, and I have a OS, like, holy crap, you need to get up or you're going to get fired. That's that alarm. And then from there, I have my routine on making my side of the bed, brushing my teeth, grabbing usually just, underwear, socks, get changed, and then make my coffee. And the goal is for me to be out of the house by 4:45 to 4:50 in the morning to get to work on time.
So when you get up till you're leaving the door, how much time is in between there?
So if I use the appropriate time, I have 35 minutes to get out.
All right. And then the second alarm?
I have 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Which makes a difference. That's when you kind of realize how much valuable, like, having a good morning routine or getting up early does, because those 15 minutes can go from, like, you really
I'm breaking a sweat.
brushing your teeth or or you end up realizing as you're doing your morning meeting, you have toothpaste still on your face. That's the difference in those 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know what you mean on that one. What about you, Sandra? How many alarms do you have?
Currently?
Currently, yes, currently. How many alarms do you have?
I have 3. No, yes, 3.
3.
But I snooze.
All right.
So it can get confusing, but each alarm has a different tone. I know AC/DC means get the hell out of bed. That's the last alarm.
That's the last one.
See, I need to
Okay.
do that.
Yes. Thunderstruck, for sure. And then, so that last alarm is 5:45. Son of a bitch. I'm looking.
You looking at the right camera again?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Straight ahead.
Straight kind of ahead. Okay, so 5:45 is my last alarm. That's AC/DC Thunderstruck. So I get up and
Okay, hold on. Well, what time's the first alarm? What time does the first alarm go off?
5:15.
5:15.
Mhm.
All right. And second alarm?
5:30.
Third?
5:45.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a good 30 minutes in between.
Mm-hmm. But if I need to take a shower, I have to get up by the first alarm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. And if it depends also if I'm washing my hair that day, if I'm not washing my hair, if I'm washing my hair, first alarm. If I'm not washing my hair and just taking a shower, second alarm. If I took a shower the night before, third alarm.
Well, I would think if you're gonna wash your hair, you want to do it the night before.
That's what you would think.
Because you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself in the morning.
That's what you would think, Bill.
Sometimes,
too.
yeah, you want to do that, but then
Sometimes you do want to do that. Sometimes you want to leave a work on time. Sometimes you want to do all kinds of things. But what happens versus what you want doesn't always happen that way. So, yeah. So I have a good 45 minutes to get makeup on, hair, and my lunch out, packed, ice and water, and out the door. And if I leave later than 7:10, forget it. I'm going to be late. If I leave at 7:05, if I leave at 7:10, I'm going to get there right on time, which is at 7:45. If I leave at 7:05, I'm going to get there like 10 minutes early. That 10 minutes makes a huge difference. So, yeah.
So from the first alarm to the second alarm, from the first alarm to leave the house, how much time is in between there?
From the first alarm, it's 5 15, 6, an hour and a half.
Nice.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yep.
All right, that's a good amount of time.
Yep.
So from the last alarm, then you got 45 minutes. Then
No. 6:15 to. My bad.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay. So then even the last alarm, you still got an hour and a half.
Yes, hour and a half. Yep.
All right.
That's correct.
I already know the next answer, but
Oh man.
I already know
I'm
the
like,
next answer. Let's
I'm
see.
already gonna be
Dora,
like breaking a sweat.
her alarms. How many alarms do you have in the morning?
See, my first one, it starts at 6:10.
6:10.
And then I snooze about 2 times. And then my next one is,
How many between the snooze? How many minutes?
You
between-
said, oh yeah. How many minutes between
yeah,
the?
I think I snooze it about 2 times, honestly.
5 minutes each snooze?
Yes. And then the next one is, 6:20, which means, okay, need to go wash up. So I do have a specifically 6:25 one that says need to be dressed. So that's my cue of, okay, I better be brushing my teeth or I better be done with that so I can start getting dressed. So I do
So you have four alarms just to get up from the bed?
3.
3 just to get up from the bed. All right. And then you got other alarms to make sure you're not slowing down.
Yes, and I have the other alarms, which is to make sure my son is up. And that's telling me, okay, go check that he's up, that he didn't do like his mama, which he does, hit snooze. So then I have my alarm of go check on James. Then after that, then I make sure he's up. I come back, and then I have the other alarm to make sure that he's getting
Dress.
Yes, even though he's older, yes, he's 18, but he's got that from his mama, which is, I'm not proud of it, but we do.
Yeah, it's not just him. Your daughter too has the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I have my...
Two kids.
I have my 28-year-old, so she does have her alarm. I can hear it. And then sometimes she gets up on her own. Sometimes I see it's like 6:55. If it's 7 o'clock and she's not up, I'll knock on her door too. And then she gets up like right away. So, of course. So, yeah, it's a little rough in the morning sometimes. And, of course, then we have a little doggy. And make sure she's out. All of that. But when I do get up in the morning, when I'm doing all the alarms, I do like to, before that, I do my prayer. So that's another thing, too, because once I before I get up, I sit up and I give you thanks and for the day, and I do my prayer. Once I brush my teeth and all of that, then I have a little moment. I need to have that 5-10 minutes of prayer time on that. So that's why I have my alarms, because if not, I'm rushing. I feel like
So
I'm
then,
rushing.
from the first alarm till you leave, how much time is in between there?
From the first alarm until I leave, it is an hour and 10 minutes.
All right. And do you usually leave on time?
Mm-hmm.
That was not very convincing.
It's
there.
really close. Like, the majority is 5 minutes off, but I also have an alarm to tell me start getting ready. The other alarm is walk out the door. If I hear that final alarm, which I go, I need that, it means in the car. That means I better be in that car. So that's been working for me.
I didn't know we're doing leave alarms, because I also have a leave alarm that I snooze 3 times. At the third snooze, I got to be out the door.
No, I put that one on because
Whoa, yeah, I didn't know.
You guys are hardcore in
Well,
alarms.
Yeah.
at 6:50, it goes off, and I snooze it. I know I have 2 more snoozes to go. And then
Wow.
no, I have to have that, because if I start getting carried away
Yeah.
and getting ready, when it says, okay, that means get ready to walk out the door. And that's when I tell my son, okay, James, we got 5 minutes, wrap it up. But I have to put the other one, because if I see a squirrel, I get a phone call, then 10 minutes pass by.
Yep.
So now it's, if I know I have to hear that one, and I better be in the car.
So if I don't have my makeup on, or by the second snooze, I know to grab my makeup bag, put whatever else I need to put in there. That way, whenever I get to work, if I get there on time or a little bit before, I can finish the rest of my makeup and my jewelry, whatever, and throw it in there and gotta go. The last snooze, the last alarm, I have to be already going to the kitchen, getting my ice and my water, and going out the door.
Wow.
And there's some people that are very one alarm, which is my husband.
Bragger.
And
Must be nice.
that's one thing I envy, but I envy in a good way. And I'm like, man, I wish I could have a little bit of that. We have one daughter who is like that when it comes to being punctual, morning,
I do know this.
all of that. And I wish I had a little bit of that too. But yeah, we have 3 kids. 2 out of 3 are like mama. 1 is like her dad. And when I say like her dad, it is countdown. It is on time. It is 10 minutes before the time you told her to get there. I know if I say be here at 3 o'clock, I better mean 3:15 because she'll be here at 2:45. So, but that's like her dad. And that's one thing I don't mean it in a bad way. That's good, but I wish I could be like that.
Yes, I got the
it's a
reminder
struggle
call
in the
today.
morning.
I got the reminder call today to be
I
here.
don't have no leave alarms because I'm very good at leaving at a
He
time I need.
does. The alarm rings literally, and I wake up to see what he does, and it's 2-3 seconds, and he's up, and I'm like, how does he do that?
I used to be like that.
He's always been like that.
I used to
though.
be like that. I am
Even
no
though I know
longer.
he's super tired, he is like that.
You're a freak.
Darwin, do you have any alarms that you need to leave? Did I ask you that question already?
No, I'm not a leave alarm person. I'm just a yeah. That's the nickname for you guys.
Yeah,
leave
leave
alarms. I kind of just check the clock. Like it's more like for me, it's a mental game. Like it's like a race against the clock. So I check and I'm like, okay, I know if I look at my watch, okay, it is. Let's just go with 4:40. I got 10 minutes to be out this house. Like no matter what. I got 10 minutes to be out of this house. I don't need an alarm. I know that if I'm not on the road by 4:50, I'm not getting to work on time. So
That's the difference between you and me. I don't look at my watch because I don't have one. And so I'm not looking at any clock. So I need the auditory to tell me, boom, boom, you got to go.
And Darwin, have you always been like that? Or are you better? Or
the military kind of coached me into getting in better because before that I was terrible. Like I was terrible just getting to class and stuff like that on time. I was same just like James. Like my mom had to pretty much break down my door to get me up in the morning.
Dang.
So
I have hope
sleeper.
Then. You have hope.
It just
Time's a ticking.
Yeah, it's just a gradual for me growth and just getting out of bed. And then like I said, just getting up early. You just kind of practice just getting up early. So. I mean, like even on the weekends when I don't have a alarm on, I randomly get up at like 5 when I'm supposed to be sleeping in or something like that. So
yeah.
Well, that's just because your body's
yeah,
used to it.
your body
internal
clock, but
yeah.
I don't have a problem.
Our clock is off.
No.
My clock is always wants to be asleep if I.
Oh no! As soon as I'm up and I'm like, okay, it's Saturday, I'm right back to bed.
And I remember just to go back in history real quick, when I met my husband back then, when I just met him, we weren't even boyfriend or girlfriend. We exchanged numbers.
Oh yes.
And the first thing I said, this is my number, blah blah blah. You can call me. I did make a rule, and I said, just don't call me on the weekends before 10.
But it took a while for you to say that because I would call you early. I would call you like at 9, 9:30,
And
8.
I was like, oh my gosh, like no.
I'm up. Let's go. What do you want to do?
This guy's thirsty.
And I'm like, yeah.
No, I'm not. I
So
ate
finally,
breakfast.
I told him, I said, if you want to talk to me, just do not call me before this time. And I remember he was all like, okay. And I remember telling my mom.
This guy. Dang.
No, my mom was like,
No, I'm just saying, like, this guy, he's so.
yeah. No, I remember
mean.
telling my mom what my expectation was, and she was like, I thought like you did not go there, and I'm like, yes, Mom.
Sí, ya.
Yes,
¿Qué
I
pasó,
went there. I
Dora?
told him not to call
Dora.
me before, and she's looking at me like, really? That's one of your rules?
Yes.
Not call me before 10.
Honestly, I do have 3 alarms actually.
Mm.
I got my first alarm and the other 2 in case I fall back asleep or for whatever I need it for, but I never use them. I usually just turn them off.
We could have
Just like the night before, if I drink too much, I want to make sure I'm up, but I usually up anyway, so I never use the other 2 alarms. It's always the first alarm on there. But
Wow, what a flex!
No, it's
my
just-
gosh, what a
He's
flex!
like, I just need it, but just in case.
Yeah.
But
I
I
never use it.
But he really emphasized.
It's more
but
of
I
a
don't
burden to
use
turn
it.
them off because I don't use them.
Now, what happens is, normally I'm supposed to get up at 5 o'clock, or if I go in at 6 o'clock. All right. But one time I was feeling very tired. I think I told you, like, I feel tired. And they told me, well, put some snooze buttons on, like put some snoozes. So I did 3 snoozes, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do, I call it pre-snoozes. So 5 minutes, 15 minutes before, 10 minutes before, and 5 minutes
He
before.
did
the
do that.
hell?
Yes. he
So
did.
rather than snoozing, I pre-snooze so I can make sure I get up on time.
No.
Now,
he did that. Yeah.
now I get up 15 minutes earlier than I need to every
See?
day.
No.
Every day I get 15 minutes
This
earlier
guy.
than I need
That's
to.
what I'm
This
saying.
guy, what a-
Whatever.
That's why I get to
Hey,
work.
start your own
sometime-
podcast, okay?
So over flex.
That's
oh
why
my!
I get to work 30 to 35 minutes early, sometimes 40 minutes early. And I have to be there early. I just don't like to just get there and start working.
He does his morning walks and routines, which is good. And like I said, I wish I could get some of that.
You're already in old man mode.
No, I'm
He's
just
always been in the morning like that.
I'm just in discipline mode. That's what
Good
it
for
is.
you.
I'm disciplined.
Good for you.
He's always been.
I
like
love that journey for you.
If he when he used to work and go in at 4:00 in the morning, 7:30 on a Saturday was sleeping in for him, and I'm like, please, Lord.
Well, yeah, because you get up at 3 something, so 7 o'clock. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
How can I,
I
get
slept
up
in
at
3 hours.
3 when I had kids?
If I slept at 8, then I
Said
slept in
about
4
when we had
hours.
kids. No,
No.
no.
not
I
gonna
had
work.
one that was. She would see the sun, which is my oldest, and she would just come in and say, "It's morning," and 6:00 in the morning. The sun's out. I'm like, it doesn't mean that it's time to get up, child.
Doesn't mean that
Go
it's
back
time
to bed. And she was like, "The birds. Can you hear the birds?" No, I can't. I
I
can't,
can't hear the birds.
So, but I mean, it's then you should have been used to it. Then you just your mentality is just still snooze, snooze, snooze.
I don't know how to explain that one.
Not everybody can
But
be
it's
on the
funny.
first.
But
So,
when I had
Why
my-
don't you everybody do a little, test experiment?
So you want us to be late to work? That's
everybody do
Pre-snooze.
pre-snoozes.
All right, I'll try that.
That means I have
I'll
to change
try that.
all the clocks in my house and all my.
No. What the heck? No.
Well, because I need to trick my brain because I don't want to pre-snooze. If I
See, if
pre-snooze,
I
I know I have
pre-snooze,
early.
I'm gonna put the final alarm later.
If
Okay,
I pre-snooze, I'm gonna snooze like 5 times.
All right. Okay. So just do this. Your first alarm. How many minutes are there in between? The first to second.
Oh, from the first to second, 15 minutes.
Okay. The second to third is 15 minutes again, right?
Mhm.
So just do 2 15-minute pre-snoozes.
So you want me to wake up at like 4:45?
Yes.
No,
Well, technically you're not because you're going to snooze like
no,
you do.
I don't want to wake up
But
first.
you
at
know what
4:45.
happens if when you know what happens when
It's a
you
mental game. That is-
Yeah,
that is
I
a-
don't want to mentally
you know what happens
wake up.
when you get to work early, you get to work on time.
No, I don't.
Then you get hungry. and I
Exactly,
want
you don't
tacos.
know.
I
You
don't
feel
need to.
refreshed.
You don't know.
You feel
I don't
refreshed.
need
You're
to.
like, yes,
I
can
do
do
not
it.
need to.
Yes.
Nope. I can walk right in and start working. I'm good.
If I get to work early, I can't clock in. So
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? Wait in the front office forever? Go all the way across the
You
building?
could go in your car. You go in your car
and do
pray,
what? Sleep?
Pray to Lord Jesus Christ.
I pray to Lord Jesus Christ when I wake up. I have him in the background.
But you can get 2 for 1 now in the morning.
there you go.
No.
Thank you. See, Darwin's understanding this.
Look,
It could
I'm gonna
be.
tell you. That.
I mean, it's just because maybe we're alpha males. Maybe that's what it is. And,
Oh,
and,
wow.
and you guys are the dependents, so it's understandable.
Oh,
Excuse you?
You can't
Okay,
be
let
like
me
that.
First
see.
of all, no, sir.
No.
You know who you're talking to?
Yes.
Tell him, Dora.
Mm.
You don't
Yeah.
know.
What's he gonna do? Sleep in?
Whatever. Okay, at least I don't pre-alarm.
Thank you. You should
I
learn
should
from
not.
me.
No.
Okay, so then in the morning
Just jealous because I could sleep more.
you could sleep. Who makes your coffee in the morning?
Me.
You do.
Me.
And when it's cold, who warms up your car?
The Lord.
You.
I make her coffee
See?
and I warm up her car.
That's-
Man,
That's awesome because he's a pre-snoozer.
Yeah. So,
So
you're,
that
that's
is the
your. That's
benefit.
on you.
So
That
then,
is a
Choose to
benefit.
do that.
There
so
you
then,
go.
if I stop pre-snoozing, wake up at my time I'm supposed to get up at a later time, I don't have to make you coffee or warm up your car or anything.
Nobody has said that. You did it.
Nobody.
But you said that's part of the pre-alarm.
Nobody's saying that.
You said that's
Nobody.
part of the pre-alarm.
Nobody
I
says
can only
that.
do that if I pre-alarm.
Well, then you do what you gotta do, babe.
So you
Do what
Do
you
what you
gotta
gotta
do.
do. Keep pre-alarming.
All right, Sandra, do you have to make coffee or anything in the morning? Or
No, I just get my ice and my water, and I make coffee at work.
all right, anything else you make in breakfast or anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Lunch.
No, I already make I pre-make my lunch.
Nice. What about you, Darren?
I am a little bougie when it comes to the lunch department because my lovely wife makes my lunch for me. Thank you very
Nice.
much. Coffee, I do make my own coffee. If I don't have coffee though, it's a bad morning.
Now, when you make your
I can
coffee,
relate on that.
when you make your coffee, do you like what is it? The pods and all that, or anything?
Yeah, it's K-Pods.
Oh, okay. And what is you like sugar? Do you use?
I do maybe like
I know where he's going with this.
maybe a tablespoon of like a creamer. Now, sometimes I go just black depending on how I'm feeling.
I'm bougie with my coffee. That's why.
And let's see, Dora.
Oh boy.
How do you like your coffee in the morning? I think I work at Starbucks now because the amount of what she wants in her coffee.
What did you say you were what?
A barista.
I'm a barista.
A barista?
Yeah, because you start making coffee, and I like my coffee to be flavored. So of course, then I get the vanilla cream.
No,
or-
first it was just the little sugar packs and some creamer, normal. Then she added what?
Then I have flavor creamer, and now I have cinnamon powder, and then I have flavor that syrup flavor in it, and then
And I'm like, are you serious? I go,
Well, you don't. You have to ask me how I make my coffee.
Uh-oh.
Sandra, how do you make your coffee?
I have been making my coffee like this for years. I have cinnamon hazelnut pods for my Keurig at work, and then I put 2 sweeteners, 1 creamer, and it's vanilla, and then I put cinnamon. And then I put a little bit of sugar-free raspberry syrup.
All right,
So you do
okay.
the same thing, the syrup.
And then, and
Yeah.
it's so
See?
delicious.
The same thing.
It's
the
so
cinnamon.
delicious.
So delicious.
Okay,
It
but see,
is.
you're doing it at work, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You're on company time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm seriously, that's the best way to do it.
But nobody makes it like you, babe. That's why it's good. So I don't want to just chance it.
So Darwin, in the morning, do you have to make your breakfast? I'm not sure if you answered that or if I said it.
No, my fortunately my breakfast and lunch is pre-made by my lovely wife.
Oh my goodness.
My husband doesn't make me.
What do you mean
breakfast.
pre-made your breakfast?
As in I usually have oatmeal and yogurt and berries for breakfast. It's kind of just been part of my weekday routine. So my oatmeal gets poured out the night before. Same thing with my yogurt and berries is pre-portioned already in my lunch bag. So
So you
I
just grab it in your bag.
So I just
See?
bring it to work, and then on my first break,
I need
get some
that.
hot water, mix up the oatmeal, and we're good to go.
Yep. All right.
See, he gets coffee and then that's breakfast. And
No. That's no. Mine's is made
All
the
right,
night
next.
before. Mine is made the night before. I have one important step: add hot water. That's it.
Add hot water.
So in the
That every
morning,
year,
the
right
reason I'm able to get out of the house fast, like real quick, I get every single thing I need to do in the morning done the night before. Everything. I get my backpack ready. I get all my clothes ready. I get my running clothes ready also. My walking clothes. I get all that ready. I have 2 backpacks, one for the walking, the exercise, and the other one's for whatever, my stuff. Then, since she likes all her fancy coffee, I get all that ready the night before too. I get the pods ready. I put the water ready. I get all that ready. I put the creamer, the powdered creamer ready in her cup. I put the liquid stuff in her cup. I get all, except for the creamer, the sweet and low.
She's like, what do you mean?
The sugar package. The
I was
sugar-
like, wait a minute.
I'm following the
What?
directions.
And then the
Liquid
cold
creamer.
creamer, I do that in the morning. I even have like the cinnamon stuff right next to the cup. I got the flavor stuff right next to the cup, so I'm not looking for stuff. It's all right there. I even got the little mixer, the spinner.
Oh yeah.
I got the spinner there
Again,
too.
you want stars? What do you want? Like,
I'm just saying, like, this is stuff that you all could do. Like,
it's-
whatever you need to get done in the morning, just get it done at night.
I mean, I do that. I get my clothes ready at night, and then ever since my kids were little too, so not just dad, mom.
Because Dad inspired that into you. You're welcome.
No, sorry. I had to pick my clothes before I went to school because it's the 80s and I had to have matching stuff and the colors and all that. So,
I'm talking about the kids.
so that I'm just
I'm talking
saying
about the
that
kids ready for school.
that was with me because he would work very early, so he was gone by 3:45 in the morning. I had 3 kids to get ready by myself in the morning. So at night, I made sure everything was ironed, backpacks were done, lunches. So that was always that was always done.
That's a lot.
It is. And the thing is that really would help me. So if anything would happen, it was ready. Everything was ready when it came to that. So we both did that, getting that stuff ready.
Yes, we both did that.
Because he wasn't here in the mornings to help me.
Yeah, I was out working.
My clothes are ready too. They're hanging, ready to get off the hanger and go.
Good.
Shoes are all
Nice.
whatever. I just have to
That's
pick it.
Ramos right there.
So you have yours ironed like for the week?
I don't have anything that needs ironing.
Oh, okay.
Are you one of those blow dryers? Not the blow the
What
what do you call the clothes dryer?
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, you
I
take the
don't-
shirts out immediately, hang them up.
Oh, I don't. Well, no, I don't dry my blouses anyway. But I don't.
You wear 'em
buy-
wet?
I hang dry them. I line dry them. But I don't buy any materials that I have to iron.
Oh, I see. That is smart.
I'm
there
not
you
about
go.
that life.
Yes. See,
Devin.
Dora, that's what you got to do.
The majority is like that. Trust me. That defines what's worth buying or not. When I touch it like this,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
it's
true.
Gonna,
That's
it's
true.
gonna wrinkle too fast now.
Yep.
It's not worth it. So yeah,
Nothing
I do.
have to iron. No.
Wow.
Except like something like this is cotton, But other than that, I try to hang it too as well. I'm that person that as soon as I get upset if something is not hang right away because I know I have to iron it, and that's one thing. My pet peeve is I don't like to iron.
Yeah, but too bad we can't get James to do that. James just throws all his clothes in there. And I'm like, they're getting wrinkled, James. It's all right. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, your mom has to iron it.
Yeah, but now I tell him, I said, okay, well, you're going to have to start ironing yourself.
Eesh.
So, Darwin, what about you? Your clothes, you get them ready at night or morning?
So my t-shirts are pretty much all hanged out for the work week. So it's just kind of a grab and go situation with the shirts and pants.
So you kind of know that everything. For
I
your
know.
work
I know.
stuff.
It's like, okay, like I have like, okay, these are my work shirts. They're like at the front, so I know, okay, I can grab whatever I want and just right off of it.
Who organizes that?
I think we all know who organizes that. But she's actually the one who got me in the habit of, when you get your clothes out the dryer, to immediately kind of get them out and like flattened out, because it does save you a lot of time. So I will give her kudos for that. She did help. My beautiful wife did help me with learning about that laundry hack. And she's also the one who encouraged me to have like my work shirts in a certain section so I can just kind of grab and go. Because
I'm going to interrupt real quick on that. That's him. He's color organized. I'm not color organized, and I started doing that because of him.
I try to, but
it's so funny because as we were talking about, I see her in both of you guys. like the coffee, that's you, Dora, and then the night before preparation, that is you, James. Like I see both sides in her so much.
And then when you say we're not t-shirts, yeah, that's him. That's him. He's the one that would be like, t-shirts are here. They're all this color. The dressy clothes is back here. So that's him.
Yeah, she is helping me with that organization, but it does have its perks, because when you're looking for something and you don't have the extra time,
yeah, it's
good to just be able to, okay, I know my section and I'm able to kind of narrow it down. As for me, I'm swiping away like files or something like that. Like, oh man.
Now you got casual t-shirts. Go to this section. You need a dressy shirt. Go over here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with me, even I got my polos together, my regular t-shirts together, long sleeves together, like specialty shirts, like dress shirts to the side too. I got all that separated there.
Yeah, as I'm saying, that's him. I mean, I have it now because of him.
Yeah, because I reorganized her closet and I put all the colors together. I put them all, dressy shirts, casuals,
Colors or
separated.
Colors
or
colors and styles. Yeah, and this is when, because he started, now that he stopped working at his job, the other job, so he's got, the Monday to Friday job, so he helps me more with laundry. And I think when he was hanging the clothes, he was like, okay, I can't.
Yeah, I was
So-
frustrated.
He's like, where do I put this shirt?
So now when
the
he
middle
told
of
me, okay,
casual
so
or
now
not?
he's got like, I'm going to see example, the pink dress blouses. And then this side of the closet is the pink t-shirts.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. It's by style and color.
Yes, it has to
Damn.
be like that.
Are
And I
you
can
like
tell
that,
when she
Sandra?
starts messing it up because I'm like, that doesn't go there. It goes over here. That goes in wrong hanger. Why you got a hanger on that
Oh
one?
my
You need
God,
another
no.
hanger on that one.
Man, the hangers too.
That's what I tell
that's-
him.
Yeah, that's definitely you. The hangers too.
He's all like, the
I'm like,
hangers too.
No. She again, she has now helped us organize. Like she has her hangers for her blouses, and then I have my general hangers for my
I
t-shirts.
love that answer. The hangers too. Now he knows.
No, I get the purpose. I'm just not as organized as she is, but again, I'm starting to slowly,
Slowly.
begrudgingly, I'm starting to understand the purpose. of
Yeah,
it.
because everything has a purpose. Every hanger has a purpose. Like, okay, she has these blouses that are long this way. So you can't put them on a regular hanger because they just fall off. So you put them on the little felt ones or the grip ones. And she'll throw it on the regular ones. And the grip ones, she'll put it on the ones that don't need any of the grip, the specialty grip ones. And I'm like,
So then I tell him, all right, I give up. Then you do the laundry. I don't do a good job.
Whatever.
I already told her, stop doing my laundry. Because she can't even put that right away anyway.
And I'm like, okay.
Everything's
there it
is either in
is.
James's room I need to find because he puts my clothes in James's room and
Socks.
James's clothes in my room
wow.
too. I'm like, how can you confuse our underwear? Come on, seriously. Like, I'm like, I don't understand. Now, when I did laundry, she goes, I want these like this, these like this, these like this, and these like that. Boom, done. Psh, every time. Hey, can you put mine like this, mine like that, this like that? No.
No.
No, I did. I go, no, you did the wrong ones. No. Then I told her, hey, can you just wash my polos? Don't dry them. Every polo's dried in the dryer. I'm
And
like,
they're shrunk.
yeah. I'm like,
The reason I do the tumble dry is because it helps them just get de-wrinkled, and then you just let it air dry after that. He thinks I'm gonna leave them there, but
you just recently started doing that. Thank you, but you just recently started doing that.
that's why I said
win's a
I
win.
shouldn't
A win's
do
a win.
laundry anymore.
I'm like, and I'm like, but I did everything she wanted, but me, I'm like, oh, nope, she didn't do it. Nope, that's not the way I want it. I'm like, just stop doing my laundry already.
Stop doing
So now you know where the organization comes from.
To me, it's just easier at night when I need to get the stuff to get ready. Like I got my gray shirts here, my black ones here, my blue ones there. For whatever I'm wearing, I already know which one to pick. Just go from that drawer, that drawer.
It just leads me to a quick question. So when you were little, did you put your clothes away, or did your mom put your clothes away?
No, I put my clothes away. My mom did not do that. That's because that one mistake we said we were bored, and ever since then, we did everything.
I'm trying to think.
Now, because
I'm
there was
pretty
this
sure
one drawer.
As a teenager, I probably did it, but when I was little, no.
I had this one drawer where I had all my black and white shirts, just black and white right there. She starts putting my clothes away. The black and white things are in the bottom drawer, and the other one clothes are here. I'm like, how did that happen? I'm like, okay, I just left it like that, as long as they're all together.
And how about you, Darwin? When you were little, did your mom put your clothes away as well?
She did, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a messy tyrant. I was a messy tyrant in terms of just like, okay, like when it's my turn to put the clothes away,
You just did it quick. That's how my son is.
I'm
He does
just
the
like,
same thing.
I'm just like,
Puts it fast.
yep. I'm like, if I got it in the right drawer, that was a win.
That was the win, as
That
long
was
as
a
you don't
win.
see it, right? And I feel like that's where he's at right now.
Yeah, and also I'm like, can you at least fold them before you put them in the drawer? They just be thrown in there.
I do fold them.
Not you, James.
Oh.
James,
I was
not
like,
you,
wow.
James. James just throws his stuff in there. I'm like, and
The
then his
shorts.
shorts. And then I would go back and organize his shorts when he was younger. I would organize them all. When I say younger, like last year, the last year I did that. He's 18. And I would go like, hey, these are your nice shorts. These are your gym shorts, your sleeping ones, whatever. They're all separated in there. 2 weeks later, man, they're all messed up. They're all messed up. You don't care. He like throws them in there and
But
all
once
that.
he starts, I'm sure, like going to work and
I
stuff
was
like
gonna
that,
say,
he's
once
going to
you-
need it.
I
Give you
think that's kind of
presentation.
what happened, at least for me, is once I realized, okay, like mom's not coming by to do the laundry, or mom's not coming
How
by
about-
to
Bye.
come
How
on.
about you, Sandra?
Mom?
Would your mom do it for you for a while, or did you just kind of like took over?
No, I think I've done my laundry since I was younger.
Like 28?
No.
30?
She was like 18, 17.
No, like I don't know.
Before
13,
San Antonio or during Houston?
before San Antonio.
Wow, okay, great.
Yeah, and I taught my kids the same to do their laundry early too. But yeah, no, I can't remember when.
I think it's different with boys too. I think the mamas, I think we kind of help them out a little bit longer than we should.
No, you know what? When I was older, not older, but like teenager, I don't remember putting my clothes away. My mom, I think, did it because my mom's favorite thing to do was laundry.
Ooh,
She loves laundry.
Laundry.
And I didn't have to worry about that. But my mom kind of really spoiled my brothers, and sometimes me. I was like, eh. Like my brother Jerry in the morning, she will put his socks on. She would practically get him dressed pretty much because he's asleep. He's putting his socks on, his shirt on, and all that. He's
I
like,
remember you saying that.
like literally while he's asleep. And this is like a 17-year-old boy or something like that. Like
It's like me doing
putting
that
his
today.
shoes on
I
on
don't
him.
think so. He's.
I'm like, what the heck?
I mean, I do spoil him and all of that, but no, that there's a line right there.
There's
I
a
draw-
line.
I gotta say maybe once or twice he put my socks on. I was like tired, like
Yeah, he tells it to him. Son, he asked me. I go, no.
Are you kidding me?
my mom did it once.
Just kidding.
No.
But yeah, no, I think those are. I guess like you can see, those are habits that are passed down to our kids because you that now you're a newlywed, you notice that you're like, oh, now I can see what she gets: the organization, the hangers, the clothes,
Oh yeah, for sure. And
the alarms, the times, the waking up.
and funny enough, she is a one alarm person as well in terms of just waking up. But she has alarms for. I guess she's a combination of both of you guys. 'cause
Yeah, she has it with the other one too.
She has alarms for waking up, but she also has alarms for her routine. And I will say that to her, she is very, very regimented. Like she
Trust me, I know.
is she
Yes.
is to the T. And I do credit her for that.
Yeah, she's always been a morning person. Doesn't matter. She would stay up studying at night. My other daughter has, like her mama. So the thing is, when I had my kids, though, I would wake up like that. That's the funny thing. I could live on 2-3 hours a night.
Yep.
But it's just funny. It changes you. And then when you're back to them being older, then you're back to being yourself. But during that time, I think back and I'm like, how in the world did I do that? You know, with 3 hours of sleep, especially with my youngest one. That was like 4 months of just
Yeah, he cried a lot. Well,
2
he
hours. He had
gastric.
GERD.
GERD,
He
that's what
was-
he had.
So all he did was
He was
cry
always in
and be in
pain.
pain, and you know about that.
Mhm.
So I think it was about 2.5 hours every night, to the point that I don't even know how I stayed awake. But it's possible, I guess, when you're taking care of somebody who's sick, you do it. But yeah, so
Mother's
like I
love.
said, everybody's different when it comes to the morning routine, and I just wish I got a little bit more of that.
Well, you can.
You
You
can.
can do it.
Free snooze.
And actually, guys, I've been like, it sounds funny, trying to pump myself up and try to get up. I do get up, but I'm trying not to snooze as much. I keep telling myself, stop doing that so I can have more time in the morning to do something. I like to pray, but I feel like I'm rushing. And I'm like, I'm rushing because I want to, you know? If I could just sit down and read a few pages and just feel more relaxed versus praying and hearing the alarm. So I'm really trying to work on that. So maybe next time we'll see how I'm doing when it comes to that. And
Yeah.
we'll see how many alarms Sandra takes off.
And it all depends also what you do at night and what time you go to bed too. I mean,
Yeah.
that helps a lot. If you're able to go to bed on a good time, then you'll get up more refreshed. Like I have this mentality like I need 8 hours of sleep, but I don't get it. So I'll go, okay, I'll settle for 7. If I get between 6 and 7, then I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm good. But now that I'm walking in the morning, I want to try to get at least 7 hours of sleep. But I get between 6 and 7 hours. So I try to go to bed by 10 so I can wake up by 4:40. I could try to wake up. So that's about almost 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours. So
Do you have a cutoff time for you for bedtime? Or to try to kind of wind down?
See, the problem is that in my brain, I think I'm still 18 and I can run off of like 4 hours of sleep. And that's
Because
not
you
the
want to make
case.
most of the time, right?
Exactly. I'm
See,
just
yeah.
like, oh man, it's 8 o'clock. It's me time.
See,
but-
that's my thing too. Go ahead.
But I think that I gotta start really. I mean, yeah, I gotta start going to bed at like 9. I think 9 is gonna be the my cutoff time for sure, to be just like in bed and starting to relax.
And that's my, you hit a point with me right there. It's that me time. When everybody's in their bed and whatever. And I just feel like it's my time with no interruptions, no questions, no nothing. But then that me time kicks me in the butt in the morning.
Yeah, I get that. And
Well, it all depends what time is your me time. What time do you start it? And if you're able to discipline yourself to, hey, this is my time. I need to make sure these are done. So make sure I could do that. So, but
no, I agree. I think that, and that's the thing, you hit the nail on the head, is that I just need to do the things I need to do, get done earlier, so I can start that me time at, let's say 7. I start that me time at 7. I have it from 7 to 8. Then I'm more likely to be in bed at 9, and then I can kind of build off of that.
But it also has to do with the time you get home from work. So you get home I get home close to 5:30. If I start weighing down at 7, that means I barely have any time at home. I think that has a lot to do with it. Like you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you get home earlier, that helps. Like for me, I think that's where I'm at, because if you get home later, then your dinner time and your evening time is completely shrunk now. And that's where the struggle is about the me time.
now when I go to bed, I try to go to bed by 10 if I can. Sometimes it's later, sometimes between 10 and 11. But when I have the light off and I'm like cuddled into the side, I'm ready to go to bed, the light turns on every time, because this is the time she decides it's time to get my clothes ready in the morning, and I mean the morning ready at night.
I gotta have everything ready at night.
You want her to be prepared in the morning.
So she turns it on. I'm like, can you turn the light on, please?
I answer him, I can, but in a moment.
Oh my God, I
Man,
can. But
I'm like, oh my God. Every time I go, why can't you do it? You know what time I'm going to bed? Why don't you do it before that? It's that time.
But I'm being prepared. I'm being proactive.
she's being proactive.
That's true.
Look, you damned if you do, you damned if
Right.
you don't. I mean,
And he's like, can you turn off the light? I can. And give me about 2-3 minutes,
But I do it on purpose. Can you turn the light on, please? And then she goes to her restroom area, turns the light on. It still shines in my area. I'm like, can you turn the light off, please?
So I just tell him, if you have your eyes closed, you can't see anything.
no, you
Close your eyes.
You need the little mask. Get him one of those little
Girl,
mask things.
don't. Yeah.
But if you give me one with eyes on the outside or something too,
You know what?
I can still see. Look, my eyes are open.
That is a good
Nora
idea.
sleeps with one. Nora sleeps with one.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. So you don't
Can't be too
complain.
tight because I'll get a headache.
Oh my gosh. But no,
That's
I'm
why
gonna
my
do
hats
that
are
so
loose.
you won't- But if I'm reading in the room though, and he walks in and he likes to just annoy me, he'll just turn off the light. Okay, I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed. Turn the light up. Time to go to bed.
Hack reading light, like a small reading
Oh,
light.
you
Well,
bought her one.
You bought me that one, and I love it.
Yeah, that
so
little one.
I got another battery, so thank you. And actually, it was so fun because he would complain about that.
Oh,
No, about the light.
Oh.
The light.
Oh.
So then I was like,
freaking mask already.
I was so excited because he was like, "Oh, you better turn off the light." Blah 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 blah. And I said, "Okay." So I turned my light, and he looks at me and said, "The light's off."
Yes, because we had our room light. Then we had her dresser light, which I haven't replaced for a reason.
Gigi.
And then
Gigi
and then she got
hasn't
the
done
booklet.
it.
I mean, the booklet I could deal with. It's fine. But now that she's facing me or something like that, just look the other way. Read that
So-
side.
Oh my
and I'll
gosh!
go to
And
bed.
he gave me that light. I love that light.
Yep.
That's fine with me. But I'd rather not have
That's
the big
fine
old
with me.
light on.
But sometimes I just feel aggravating, and I just.
See what I got to work with? See what I work with here?
A mask, the eye mask.
Thank you. I don't know why I haven't even. Yeah, that is a good idea.
So is there anything or anyone that interrupts you in the morning when you're getting ready? That will be like a thing, because none of us have little kids anymore, except for Dora has an 18-year-old.
I have an 18-year-old and I have a 18-month-old dog.
Oh,
Then I have a husband who likes to call me every other week, twice a week. I forgot my glasses. I forgot my keys. I forgot
Oh,
my
Mr. Efficiency
cup, and-
forgot things.
And I was like,
Interesting.
I finally told him, I said, I'm starting to think that you just want to see me in the mornings now, like pass by your work and drop off things.
The worst thing is when I forget my badge. I always have it in my car, but then if we switch cars, because we always got to switch cars for some reason, somebody's car's not working, and I had to take it off because I don't leave it in the car, and I leave it at home. I'm like, dang it, it's in there. And I'm stuck outside of work. I'm still able to clock in. I make sure I clock in.
Yeah.
I have the custodian open the door.
Oh.
But the only thing is, since we're in a secure area, nobody has the keys to it. Not even the police department have keys for my area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why nobody could get in, but I need my badge to get in. Or I wait for my boss to get there and just go, hey, can you open the door for me? Like that. But sometimes he don't come in.
Yeah.
So, but she's like me. She walks in the morning, so she gets there kind of early too.
And it's funny because lately I've been noticing, I was like, okay, glasses now. What happened this time? Oh, wallet was the other day.
Wallet was the other one.
What the?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's because we went out the night before.
You stop it's alarming, snoozing, or whatever the hell you're doing, and take 5 minutes to make sure you have everything.
And I have a checklist also at night. My
Apparently
mind
it's not
mentally.
working.
This is my mental checklist.
Yeah, he does.
This is my mental checklist. I go, shoes, socks, pants, underwear, belt, his wallet. And I'm like, shirt, undershirt, shirt.
He does.
I do the glasses. I do all like my checklist to make sure it's all done.
Yeah, but how you
But
forget?
what is it?
But the glasses are left on the table where I need them. When I get them in the morning, I get my glasses and I go. My
So
wallet.
what do you do when you walk out the door? There's 3 of them. You say wallet, keys, what?
My cell phone. Cell phone, I forget sometimes.
He does it when he's walking out the door. Wallet, keys, cell phone.
Oh, yeah, it's the Adam Sandler. Phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys.
Wallet keys.
But since sometimes I got to move cars out of the way, or I got to take a trash can because her son doesn't take it out. I got to do that. And then I forget my phone because I'm rushing back and forth inside and I forget my phone.
He doesn't take it when he's not here. But do you have alarms for that? To also like trash day and recycle day and
Credit to your daughter. I do now.
I do now.
Because there was a time I missed recycling and it hurt. It hurt me. I was like, oh boy, this thing's overflowing. So now I have a honey-do list actually. So
do you?
I have a honey-do list that has that, and then I have my weekly reminders for cleaning up Sadie's sandbox. We'll just call it that. Trash and recycling. So
Why doesn't Brianna have the Sadie sandbox? That's her dog.
Listen, man, I get my lunches made. I gotta pick my battles. I gotta pick my battles.
Smart man.
I gotta pick my battles.
Smart man.
I like that.
You're getting lunches and it's saving you money, so it's a
I
win-win.
gotta pick my battles.
But that's good. How do you feel like when it comes to that? Does it help you with, like this, the honey-do list and the alarms and?
At first, I was very macho, and I was like, I don't need it. I remember so many other things, but it's just always those little things. Little things that slip through the cracks. So it does help. It does.
Yeah,
help.
because I do that for myself for my medicines. Because I was the same way. I'm gonna remember at night. Then I see 2 days later, I'm like, oh, I haven't touched my meds. So I'm just saying things
Wait
like
a minute. Wait a minute. There was one med that you told me, like, I haven't taken how many times you taken? Like 2 or 3 times. Like, well. He goes, well, how long has it been since you've been taking your medication?
Oh my God.
She said, what, 3 to 4 months? I'm like, how can you?
You know, he said,
This is Miss Alarm for everything, and she can't put alarm for her pills?
and I was, yeah, because I went to my appointment labs yesterday, so everything was good, thank you. But I can do better. And I was like, and that's when I said, why wasn't that bad? You know, for me just taking those pills 2 or 3 times. He goes,
Jesus.
a week? I go, a month.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
And then he said, how long has it been? I said, about 3 or 4 months. And then, but anyway, so I was like, okay. So I need, that's why when you said that, I was like, okay, I have back by alarms when it comes to that, because I wasn't taking all my meds. But yeah.
Wow. That's why you're grumpy all the time.
That has nothing to do with that. Like cholesterol.
Oh, it's just natural then.
Oh my
Oh
God.
gosh.
It has to do with the persons that I surround myself with.
Oh, your kids. I can understand your kids, yes. Sandra, you got anything for us?
What?
Do you have any alarms for like?
Here.
Anything else?
For
Like your
alarms?
meds or
I
your
do
to-do?
have a well, I have alarms for. Have 2 alarms at 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock for a daily homily and a daily gospel.
Oh, they're daily. Okay.
And then I
nice.
also have a noon alarm for medication. Then I have alarm that helps me remember to wrap it up at work so I can make sure I clock out on time. And I'm trying to think of any alarms. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So I have these are my alarms in the morning at work. I got my alarm to make sure I clock in because I get there early. I could forget to clock in.
True.
Then I got my 7 o'clock alarm to make sure I open the door because, again, I could just forget because I'm just doing other stuff. I get caught up. And I got my 7:30 alarm to make sure I open the gate because sometimes I unlock the door, but I forget about the gate in the front. So I make sure I get that one. My 9 o'clock's my meds. 9:25 is break time, 10, which I usually don't take. 10:30s to make sure lunch is coming soon. 1:15 is make sure I take my meds again.
Coming soon. Where is it coming
That's
from?
a lot of alarms, huh?
2:30 break time again. 3:30, hey, get ready. It's almost time to leave.
Hey, get ready. I have alarms for lunch too. To start walking across campus.
Yeah, you had to do all that.
Yeah, so I do have alarms for lunches.
I don't have alarms during the day, actually. I just have the 3 p.m., which is, I pray the Divine Mercy. It's like a little short prayer I do every day, but I don't have like for lunch or anything like that. It's only going to be in the mornings or in the evening, which I have them for my medications.
Well, I have to leave at a certain time for lunch because I go to lunch because I go in at 7, and then the other guy goes in at 8, so he has to take his lunch at 12. So I got to make sure my lunch is on time. That way he could be on time.
Do you have any alarms in the daytime?
I actually do for my first break for that 7:30 break. I do because I'll get caught up and I'll just be like, oh.
How about the weekends? Is it kind of like free flow, or do you still have alarms there too?
No, weekends have been, for me, I think my weekend ones are just free flow. I do have a bad habit of leaving my weekday, like my alarms on the weekends when we're supposed to be sleeping in. So
Oh my God.
So I'm guilty of it. 4:15, just rant.
Oh no.
Wait, you don't select that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Deselect the Saturday and Sunday.
But sometimes you
But
work
sometimes I work
overtime.
on Saturdays.
Oh,
so
yes,
then,
yes.
There's some weekends I am working, so I do need it. And some weekends
gosh.
I don't, and that's rough.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, sometimes you
And
do.
I also realized, we talked, me and my wife, we talked about it. I wake up very aggressively. I wake up as in like I wake up not as aggressive, like I wake up in a panic. Like I'm just
like you. Oh
I'm
my
just like,
gosh.
and she's like, why are you so dramatic when you wake up? And I was like, because I gotta go.
But is somebody waking you up, or you just wake up naturally?
No, like
that?
I wake up, like I hear my alarm, and I'm just like, I'm just so dramatic in terms of how I wake up. And
He's the same
that
way.
could be
You startle awake.
Well, that could be your military stuff, waking
Yeah.
up from that.
There's something. Maybe there's something
That
to
is
that.
true. You could be more
I
like.
wake up very. She was like, "Why you just don't wake up?" Because I've seen how she wakes up. She just wakes up so gracefully. She's just like, "All right, just gotta get up. Just gotta start moving. Start
And
my
you're
day."
like, "Huh."
And I'm just like, "Oh, gotta go."
He's the same way though, but he wakes up, of course, quietly.
You wake up fighting.
But if you wake him up and you're like, if I say, babe, soft,
You know, like those TikToks.
Babe.
You seen those?
and I really know what's gonna happen, I'm getting a little bit louder, babe, huh? And I was like, oh my god.
Hey,
And
what? What's wrong?
I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet you if anybody, thinks you're going to have a heart attack or something, because it's like, it doesn't matter how, even if I move his feet real lightly. Like,
Feet.
yeah, like if I try to even, I try different things. Like I've tried to tap him so I won't startle him.
Tap him.
Oh, and I try to move his feet, or his leg, kind of like, and it's like, huh? And I was like,
What?
oh my
What?
gosh. What?
Like those
Am I
TikToks. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
And I have to calm him down for 2 or 3 seconds to explain. Oh, it was just this. I'm like, oh my god, forget it. I just don't
Fuck
want
you
to.
wake me up for?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just used to something always happening in the night. So,
I think it's before that. It's just.
okay. My thought process is wrong. I was corrected.
That is not
Yes,
what you're
ma'am.
thinking. That is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
what you're thinking.
Oh, maybe.
Yes,
so.
ma'am. She knows what I'm thinking. All right. So, guys, do anybody have any advice for somebody who's in their early 20s? Maybe they're getting back to the work routine, and before they weren't, now they are. Any advice for them on getting up in the morning or Anything?
I definitely, the tool to use is the alarms. I mean, if you're can't be one of those pop up when you hear one, or your body's not automatically waking up at a certain time, definitely use the tools, the alarms, because those will save you the time and the energy and not be late for sure.
Yeah.
I think the music ones, the ones you had said you had some noise and some music, I think
Yeah.
that's a little bit better. So I might use that.
Yes.
I've been trying to figure out how to get to those music. Like before the 90s, you could find those anywhere.
Right.
Now I can't find those. So you might have to help me on that.
There's certain apps that you can get. Yeah, but the AC/DC for sure, Thunderstruck.
Yeah, I think that would
That
help me like get up.
Guitar thing, like when I hear it, even and whatever, I'm like, I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake. Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right. Darwin, anything?
I think for me, it's get prepped the night before. As much as you're like, oh, I
Yes.
got the time, I got the time.
Yeah.
Something that I'm inconsistent with, but I will start to implement for sure consistently is prep the night before. I promise you, it makes it so much better because even if you don't pre-snooze like some great people, or you just wake up to your regular alarms, at least having those things set up, it will help you
That's true.
start your day. So definitely night prep.
All right. Well, of course, you know me. What I want to say, pre-alarms. Get everything ready at night. Like Darwin said, every single thing, even to the creamer. The sugar packets inside the cup. You're going to make the coffee, the cinnamon, all that stuff in there. So all you got to do is put the pods, pour it in there, stir it, and you're done. But you get all that ready at night. Even the coffee cups, the canisters are all right next to each
my
other.
goodness.
Everything is done. All right. Well, hopefully you learned something. And hopefully you learn what not to do.
Why are you looking over here?
Thank you. See you on the next one. Thanks, Dora, for being here, Darwin, and Sandra.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.